Hello everyone, it's Ashish here, and the topic which we're gonna cover today is the difference between dynamic and stative verbs. So first of all, let's have a look what dynamic verbs are. Dynamic verbs are also known as action verbs, as they denote some action. It means like something is going on. The main thing about dynamic verbs are they can express action in progress. Action in progress means like something is going on. For example, I say I'm speaking, we are reading, she is sleeping. So in these cases the action is going on. The main thing which we have to keep in mind is that dynamic verbs can be expressed in continuous tenses. Let's have some examples of dynamic verbs. Tom is reading a book at the moment. So read is a dynamic verb and it can be expressed in continuous tense. So the sentence is correct. Tina is playing chess now. So play is the dynamic verb and it expresses some action. So the sentence is correct. Frank goes to school daily. So go is a dynamic verb as well, but here it is not expressing the action is in progress at the moment, whereas it expresses the habitual action. That's why we have used indefinite tense here. Erica is living in Sao Paulo nowadays. It also expresses the action is going on at the moment. So living is the dynamic verb and it can be expressed in continuous tense. So the main purpose of here is to tell you that dynamic verbs can be expressed either in indefinite or in progressive or continuous tense as per the sense. Now let's move to the next point, and the point is what stative verbs are. Stative verbs are also known as verbs of state. The main thing which we have to keep in mind about stative verbs is that stative verbs do not denote any action. They don't denote like something is going on or something has happened, whereas they denote some condition, situation, or a state. The main thing which we have to keep in mind about stative verbs is that stative verbs cannot be expressed in continuous tenses. Like we cannot express them either in present continuous tense or in past continuous tense, or even they cannot be expressed in perfect continuous tenses as well. So if not in continuous tense, then which tense we have to use with them? So we use indefinite tense. That may be present indefinite, that may be past indefinite, that may be future indefinite. So any of the stative verbs cannot be expressed in progressive or continuous tenses, whereas we use indefinite tense with them. We will see with the help of some examples. First of all, let's have a look about some important stative verbs. So some important stative verbs are here: look, seem, appear, love, feel, think, see, watch, have, stand, smell, taste, and there may be many more. But these are important ones, specifically for the students who are preparing for some kind of examinations, like IELTS or something like that. So these may be very helpful while you're writing something. So we will see one by one. First of all, let's have a look about the verb look. So the meaning of look is to direct your eyes in order to see. Like when we direct our eyes in some direction to see something, like I am looking at the board, she's looking at the sky, this sense. The other meaning of look is to seem or to appear. Like he seems sad, we say so he looks sad. She looks beautiful, like that. So when the meaning of look to direct your eyes in order to see, in this sense the verb is progressive. It means in this sense, I mean like the first one, where is the pointer? Let me use the pointer. Yes. So in this sense, to direct your eyes in order to see, look is progressive. It means it in this sense it can be expressed in continuous tense. But when the meaning of look is to seem or appear, in that sense it is stative. It means in this sense it cannot be expressed in continuous tense. So let's have some examples. Tom is looking at the sky. So it means Tom is directing his eyes towards the sky. So in this sense, the verb is progressive and the sentence is correct. Tom is looking handsome. So you have a minute to think and judge whether Tom is directing his eyes towards anything. No. Whereas the meaning here is to seem. So this sentence is incorrect. So because here look is stative and a stative verb cannot be expressed in continuous tense. So we have to make it correct by using indefinite tense. Tom looks handsome. Now look is stative and we have expressed this in indefinite tense and the sentence is correct. Let's have one more example. It is looking that it may rain. So here somebody is directing his eyes towards something? No. Whereas here it appears or it seems that it may rain, right? So here look is stative and in this sense stative verb cannot be expressed in continuous tense. The sentence is incorrect. So we have to use indefinite tense. It looks that it may rain. Now the sentence is correct. So I hope you understand, like look has two meanings. In one meaning it is progressive and can be expressed in continuous tense. In the other one it is stative and in that sense it cannot be expressed in continuous tense, whereas we have to use indefinite tense. So let's move on. Next verb is appear. So the first meaning of appear is to take an exam or to sit in an exam. The other meaning is to perform in a show or in a movie, and to seem. So appear has three meanings. So in first meaning it is progressive. It means in this sense it can be expressed in continuous tense as per the sense. In second meaning it is also progressive. It means in this sense we can use continuous tense too. But in the third meaning, when appear means to seem, it is stative. It means in this sense we cannot use continuous tense. Let's have some examples. Tina is appearing in IELTS next month. So here it means to sit in an exam, and in this sense appear is a progressive verb. So a progressive verb can be expressed in continuous tense. So the sentence is correct. Next, it is appearing it may rain. So here appear means what? To seem. It seemed it may rain. It seems it may rain, we must say. So here when appear means to seem, it is stative. So the sentence is incorrect because a stative verb cannot be expressed in continuous tense. So we have to make it like it appears it may rain. Now the tense is indefinite because verb is stative and the sentence is correct. Let's have one more example. Tom Hanks will be appearing in Steven's next movie. So here like Tom will be performing. So in this sense also the verb is progressive and can be expressed in continuous tense. So the sentence is correct. I hope you understand. So appear has three meanings generally, and in two meanings it is progressive and in one meaning it is stative. The next verb is taste. So the meaning of taste is to put food or drink in your mouth to find out what flavor it has. It's like tasting something, like when we eat or drink something and we have a flavor of something in this sense. The next meaning is that to have a particular flavor. So in first meaning it is progressive, but in second one it is stative. So let's understand with the help of some examples. Alice is tasting a mango. So just think of it, how will Alice do it? Like Alice will have some part of mango in her mouth and then she will feel the flavor of the mango. So in this sense, when we taste something, when we put something in our mouth and we have the flavor of something, in this sense the verb is progressive and the sentence is correct because a progressive verb can be expressed in continuous tense. the mango is tasting sweet. So think of it like mango has some flavor, or mango is having something in its mouth. So mango cannot have something in its mouth. So mango has some flavor, that is a characteristic of mango. So here mango is not doing anything, there is no action going on. So in this sense the verb is stative, and a stative verb cannot be expressed in continuous tense. Sentence is incorrect. So you have to make it right. The mango tastes sweet. So here the tense is indefinite. Now the sentence is correct. I hope you understand. Next verb is smell. Smell is very similar, similar to taste. So it is the meaning like to notice or discover something using the nose, like we inhale like this. Another meaning, to have a particular quality that others can notice with their noses, like we have a rose or we have some perfume, and a perfume has its own characteristic or fragrance, or the rose has its own quality in that sense. So in first meaning the verb is progressive. It means like when somebody is inhaling and having the smell of something, like in this sense the verb is progressive and can be expressed in continuous tense. But when we are talking about like something has some quality or some kind of smell, and that is the basic characteristic of that thing, in that sense the verb is stative. Let's understand this with the help of some examples. I am smelling a flower. So how will I do it? So I'm doing some action. I'm having the smell and discovering the quality of flower. So in this case I am doing an action. So the verb is progressive here, and the sentence is correct because a progressive verb can be expressed in continuous tense. Now the flower is smelling sweet. So you think of it, can flower smell something? No, because flower is not doing any action here. It is the basic characteristic we are talking about of the flower. So the sentence is incorrect because in this sense smell is stative, and a stative verb cannot be expressed in continuous tense. So it is incorrect. We have to make it like the flower smells sweet. Now the sentence is correct. I hope you understand. Still, if you have any doubt with this, you can tell me in the comment box. Next verb is have, and it is very important. Have, the first meaning, we are talking about the have as a main verb. We are not talking about have as an auxiliary. So have like to eat or drink something, like have a cup of tea, I am having lunch now, like this. Another meaning of have, to own or possess something, to be owner of something, like that. So when have means to eat or drink something, it is progressive. But when have means to own something, in that sense it is stative. So let's have some examples. I'm having lunch now. So it is in the sense of eating, or I may say I am having a cup of tea now. So in these cases, or you can say when have means take or eat or drink, in this sense have is progressive and can be expressed in continuous tense. Let's have another example. I'm having a house to live in. Here it means I possess a house, or I own a house to live in. And when have means to possess something or to own something, in that sense have is stative. So the sentence is incorrect because stative verb cannot be expressed in continuous tense. So we have to make it in indefinite, like I have a house to live in. Now the sentence is correct. I hope you understand. Next verb is stand. Stand, the meaning, first meaning is like to be in a particular place but temporary. And the meaning is like to be in a particular place but permanent. When something is standing somewhere temporarily, so the verb is progressive. When it is permanent, the verb is stative. Let's have some examples. The train is standing at platform 8. So the train is temporarily standing there. It is not like permanent. It is there, and after a few minutes it may go from there. So it is temporary. That's why the verb is progressive and the sentence is correct. It can be expressed in continuous tense. The tower is standing across the river. So tower is what? It is temporarily standing, or it is static. I mean, it is permanent. So the tower is permanent. It cannot move by itself from one place to another. So here in this sense, the verb is stative and the sentence is incorrect. So you have to make it like the tower stands across the river. So here the verb is stative and we have expressed in indefinite tense. The sentence is correct now. Let's move further. The next verb is feel. The meaning of feel is like to experience something physical or emotional. Emotional, like I'm feeling pain, I'm feeling good, I'm feeling fine, I'm feeling happy, she's not feeling well, like that. Physical means when we touch something and feel that, like the doctor is feeling the pulse of the patient. You can note down these sentences. The doctor is feeling the pulse of the patient. So that is like doctor is experiencing something physical. Another meaning is like to have particular opinion or attitude towards something or someone. You can say like it is expressing the perception of someone towards somebody or something. When we talk about the experience of something physical or emotional, it is progressive, but when it talks about perception, it is stative. So let's have some examples. I'm feeling cold. So this is my experience. It may be like a physical experience. My body is feeling cold. So in this sense, the verb is progressive and the sentence is correct. Tom is feeling pain in his elbow. This is also he's experiencing something physical or emotional, you can say. So this sentence is also correct because the verb is progressive. I'm feeling that Tina will pass the exam. So here I am not experiencing anything, whereas it is my perception about Tina. Like I feel like this is my perception. This is my opinion about Tina. So when we talk about opinion, when feel means opinion or attitude or perception, it is stative, and a stative verb cannot be expressed in continuous tense. So the sentence is incorrect. So we have to make it in indefinite. Like I feel that Tina will pass the exam. Now this is correct. Let's move further. Think. So the first meaning of think is to use brain to decide to do something, or we can say like to decide. It expresses the thinking process. Like I'm thinking of commencing a new business. I'm thinking of changing my job. I'm thinking of leaving the city, like that. Another meaning is very similar to feel when it talks about perception or opinion or attitude towards something or somebody. So when think means to decide to do something, it is progressive, but when it talks about perception or attitude or opinion, in that sense it is stative. Let's have some examples. I'm thinking of buying a car. So here it expresses the decision making or thinking process. So the verb is progressive and the sentence is correct. But if I say like I was thinking about you when you called, this one is also correct because it also expresses thinking process. So I'm thinking that we have met before. So it is my perception or it is my opinion that we have met before. So in this sense, the verb is stative and it cannot be expressed in continuous tense. So the sentence is incorrect. So I have to make it like I think that we have met before. Now the sentence is correct. Now it is in indefinite tense. So I hope you understand, like when think means thinking process or to decide to do something. In that sense, it is progressive. But when it talks about perception, attitude, or opinion about somebody or something, in that sense, it is stative. There are some verbs that are stative always. I mean, we don't use them in any of the sense in like continuous tenses, and these verbs are here: belong, possess, and this is on, understand, forget, seem, adore. So this is all about dynamic and stative verbs. I hope you understand my point. If still you have any doubts, you can tell me in the comment box, and any topic you want me to make videos further, you can tell me in the comment box below. Thank you so much. I wish you all very best of luck for your upcoming future.